Kia ora, and welcome to Monday's Economy Watch, where we follow the economic events and trends that affect New Zealand. I'm David Chaston, and this is the international edition from interest.co.nz. And today we lead with news. Australia is facing some hard choices in their relationships with China and the US. Can you have security without economic stability? Can you have stability with a disrespectful and unreliable partner? But first, this coming week will be dominated by today's New Zealand CPI release later this morning, and a full dairy auction on Wednesday. In the US, there is some expectation they'll still get their September CPI data at the end of the week. Expect higher than 3% there, and that's despite the shutdown. But most focus will be on the third quarter earnings season announcements. CPI data will also come from Japan, Singapore and Malaysia. And there'll be PMIs from all over this week, as well as interest rate decisions from Indonesia and Korea. And the Chinese will review their loan prime rates, although no change is expected there. From China, they'll release their third quarter GDP data, which is expected to show a small sag to 4.8% growth, along with a range of other core economic metrics, which should give a broader fix on how they're tracking. Over the weekend, in India, bank loan growth accelerated to its fastest pace of expansion in September for all of 2025, up 11.4% from year-ago levels to $2.3 billion. After 2 months of declines, Singapore's exports rose almost 7% in September from a year ago, largely on the back of recovering exports of electronic goods. In Malaysia, their third quarter GDP result shows them expanding 5.2% from a year ago, accelerating from 4.4% growth in the second quarter. It is their fastest expansion in a year. And in Australia, there is growing concern about the building of uneven wealth distribution and how inheritance embed both inequality and entitlement. A failed attempt to address it through their superannuation system reforms has just raised the pressure to do something. A more immediate stress is also building in Australia, American pressure to decouple from China. This seems quite unlikely given the local wealth weight dependent on the China trade, but it will make for interesting times in the Australian-US relationship. In the US over the weekend, President Trump seemed to back off his sharp rhetoric against China in another taco moment. Markets went into temporary relief mode on Friday. And there was more taco for Ukraine, even Gaza, but both of them just added to the mess he made. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 4.01% and unchanged from Saturday, but down 4 basis points for the week. And the price of gold will start today at $4,251 an ounce, up $30 from Saturday. Over the past week, gold is up a net 5.8%. Silver is up a net 3.3%, but platinum is now marginally lower. And American oil prices are holding lower at just on $57.50 a barrel, while the international Brent price is just over $61 a barrel. And the Kiwi dollar is now just on 57.4 US cents, up 10 basis points from Saturday. Against the Aussie, we're unchanged at 88.3 Australian cents. Against the euro, we're up 10 basis points at 49.2 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at just on 61.9 and up 10 basis points. And the Bitcoin price starts today at $108,732 and up 2.4% from Saturday. Volatility over the past 24 hours has been modest, though, just on plus or minus 1.3%. You can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.